Hey now, everyone. I'm back this evening to drop a post in regards to an incident, a tragic, sad incident that took place in Matarona, Mexico. I butchered that state, but it happened in Mexico. Um, Four Americans, African Americans, were kidnapped, and two were murdered while going over to Mexico to get a tummy tuck. Her name is Latavia Washington McGee. She was found alive along with another one of her friends. He was shot in the leg, but her brother and the other person died right in front of her face. There's videos on Twitter, YouTube, the New York Post, where they're showing videos of the kidnapping and murder of them. They were just throwing the two bodies, all of them, into the back of a white pickup truck, and it was crazy. It was really sad. This happened March 3rd, but the last two victims have been found, and the other two were thrown in a field. They were found dead in the field like a piece of trash. The cartel is who did this. They caught them coming in from the border, and the three of them was just there for her support during her tummy tuck. And this took place. And when I say tragic, that's tragic. You know, it's crazy. It makes me not want to go back to Mexico because I was in Mexico for the 4th of July week, me and my son. And we did parasailing, ATVing, horseback riding. We did a lot of different things. And it's crazy how I was feeling unsafe when we had to ride from the downtown area into like the backwoods of Mexico. It was nothing but dirt roads, and the houses were so far in between. They were spaced out, and all I kept thinking was, if somebody tried to hijack this van, no one will never know where we're at because we were such in a secluded area. And it was for ATVing and a wine tasting that I signed up for. And so, nothing happened, but we had a great time, so I won't complain. But with things happening like this, it makes you kind of leery of going to certain countries, because I did research um, Tijuana, where me and my son was going, that area, and they had said that there was a lot of robberies and kidnapping, and telling us what places, not to be in, and where is okay to go, and different things like that. Because I always do research on places that we're going before we get there, so I can know what's going on. And so it's so sad. Their lives was lost. They were treated like rag dolls. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, because a lot of people are going to the Dominican Republic as well as Mexico to get these BBLs and tummy tucks and breast reduction or induction, whatever they're going over there for to do with their breasts. But it's not safe. It's really not safe. First of all, you're not getting the best care far as a surgery wise. A lot of people are coming up unalived after having these surgeries, as well as I know that they're doing it because it's saving them a lot of money from what they would have had to pay here in America. But you have to think about it. There's always that catch 22, and ask yourself, is it worth it? And I know that a lot of people, after seeing these videos, they are on Twitter, they're on YouTube, New York Post. You can all look it up if you're not aware of it as of yet. But it brings awareness to different things, far as what's still going on in these different countries that we don't know anything about. You know, I'm not going to ever stop traveling, but I'm going to always be cautious of certain areas and certain places because my life is valuable. My children's life is valuable, you know, and if I'm going and they're not going, I'm a vital asset to their life. So I need to get back home safely, you know. And so that's why I always do my research. But I feel so sorry for this family and their loved ones, and may God be with them during their bereavement and their time of grief. Because this is a hard pill to swallow, to have family members and friends going over to Mexico just for a procedure that a person wanted for themselves, to now being kidnapped and two of them unalive and one of them shot in the leg. You know, and so I just wanted, if you guys, like I said, haven't heard about it, go check it out if you can stomach it, because like I said, there are videos of them being unalived and thrown into the back of a pickup truck. They're trying to state that the cartel said it was a, well, I don't know if they said it, but they're saying it. But that's the Mexican government saying that it was a mistake because it was mistaken identity. No, 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 because they were asking for ransom. That was not a mistake. You guys can try to cover it up any way you want because you want to continue to have tourists coming over, bringing money and revenue into the country, as well as coming over to these doctors for these procedures. But we all know the cartel got a hold of them, and it was not a mistaken identity. How could you mistake 4 black people for somebody that you were looking for? You know, so that's a crock of you know what. But neither here nor there. Those people still lost their lives. You know, so just be safe, guys, when we're traveling, especially women. You know, well, even with the men, because in the DR, you know, so many of us were coming up missing, and it was couples, husband and wives, and different things like that. So you just have to be cautious and aware everywhere you go. And I just feel so sorry for this situation because it is a, like I said, unforeseen tragedy, you know, and it just lets you know it's not worth it. It's not worth it, you know. It's just really not when you're taking these chances with your life and playing really Russian roulette with your life, you know. But like I said, go. You guys can go check that out. It's Latavia Washington McGee, and this happened in Mexico. I won't try to say the state again, but it happened in Mexico, and it happened on March 3rd. But they're just kind of getting a lot of the information out to us due to the fact that the last 2 victims were found, and the other 2, like I said, thrown in the field. I mean, that's crazy. But like I say, we just send prayers up to the families and their loved ones, and just may God continue to comfort them and be with them in this time. But thank you guys for dropping by. Like I said, I know these type of videos won't get much play, but that's okay. Whoever is supporting and comes by, I appreciate you, you know, because we can't monopolize our time with drama and negativity, because as we see, there's so many other things we can talk about, positive, and there's so much going on in the world that needs to bring awareness to people that aren't aware, or just safety precautions, or just some good news. It doesn't have to necessarily be bad. Just, did you hear about such and such and such, and it's a celebration, not always something negative, you know. So I would rather have the quality over the quantity, because I don't need all that bad juju around me. I just don't. I don't need all of that, and none of us do. None of us do. You know, we put ourselves in certain situations, and like I said, negative spirits and any type of spirit, it's going to hop over into you if you continue to entertain it. And so I will, like I say, continue to do maybe 1 or 2 times a week commentary on things in this sector, but for the most part, we're going to try to switch the lane. We're going to switch the lane and try to bring it to more of an upbeat pattern than always a down, a low vibrational pattern. scattering, because that's what I call all of them. They can't have high vibrations, or their frequencies are totally low, because you can't function. I can't function with my mind and knowing my heart and being an empath and taking in people's hurt and pain. I cannot entertain this type of nonsense all the time. And I know there's other good, decent people that feel the same way that I feel. But that's a whole nother story. But we're gonna try to, like I said, take it somewhere else. And if whoever wants to come along, you are more than welcome. You know, I appreciate everyone, though. There's not one person that I don't appreciate, even the bad, because they're helping me when they click on. So, you know, just stay quiet, though. Don't come bothering nobody. You know, just stay quiet. You can hear or whatever you want to do, view, but just keep your mouth closed. And I'm gonna learn how to, because like I said, I wish I could have uploaded some type of video or tag something for you guys, but I'm not hip on it right now. I'm going to learn more and more as I go on, and I do want to start going live, but I want to start being able to have clips of different things as we're doing our reactions, and that would be for, you know, better for people that haven't seen it or haven't heard about it. You know, so like I say, thank you all. I do appreciate you. Everybody have a blessed night and rest well. And once again, it's Latavia Washington McGee, the 4 kidnapped in Mexico on March 3rd. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you on the next post. Have a good night. Bye-bye.